Yeah, so just to begin, as far as the timeline, just to get everything correct, when did BPD receive reports about the street takeover this weekend?
So the first report was at 8:42 p.m., and that was the takeover event that was occurring, blocking lanes of travel at Brundage and A. The first police unit was on scene at 8:47. However, due to the nature of the crowd, their aggression towards officers, and the potential for the situation to escalate even further, additional resources were requested. A sufficient number of officers for contact arrived on scene at 9:07, at which point the group began to disperse. Officers attempted to conduct some enforcement. However, when you're dealing with a large number of occupied vehicles driving recklessly, some were providing blocking for others. It became problematic to get individuals to actually stop in respect to the rule of law. So then that event then traveled to Columbus Street and Mount Vernon. Officers trailed that, and when officers made contact at that location, once again, the crowd fled. It then appeared to travel to Rosedale and Mohawk. At that location, officers were involved in a foot pursuit of a individual that I believe was an organizer for the event. Took that individual into custody. He was found to be in possession of a concealed loaded handgun. That began to disperse that crowd. And keep in mind, at each of these locations, officers have various items thrown at them at their patrol vehicles, which creates situations where it becomes difficult to effect arrests. And that's by design for these groups, right? It is a large group, safety in numbers for them. And so it poses unique challenges to law enforcement. We realize at every location that there were terrified community members who were subjected to reprehensible behavior by this group, including assaults, vehicle damaging, victimization of children who were in cars, who had to experience people banging on their windows and kicking their car. And so it was a traumatic experience for a lot of our community members. Once it broke up at Rosedale Highway in Mohawk, which is a CHP jurisdiction area, who also took additional enforcement action, but I don't have their numbers. We then responded to the 4,000 block of Weibel, affected, I believe, 5 more arrests of individuals there for participation in the sideshow. At that time, an officer was hit by a vehicle. The officers returned to duty. He went over the hood of the vehicle, and it was an intentional act. That vehicle has fled. We're still actively looking for that vehicle. And from that location, the group once again dispersed, traveled to 17th and M Street. Officers, and it should be noted, anytime that we try to pull over a vehicle associated with these events, the vast majority of time they do not yield. So you're quickly eating up resources of officers are then having to chase the vehicles, which endangers the public. The people that are participating may or may not know that they're now facing felony evading charges. So we got in a pursuit at 17th and M Street. That pursuit traveled in speeds of excess of 100 miles an hour down Union Avenue. Officers canceled that pursuit because the driver of that vehicle was traveling at 100 miles an hour and in the opposite lanes of travel and with their lights off, where if there's a collision at those speeds, fatality is almost guaranteed. And so out of concern for, innocent bystanders and motorists, they canceled. Fortunately, the sheriff's office patrol helicopter was able to trail that vehicle. located it after it became disabled after colliding with a raised center median in the 8400 block of Olive Street. Two of those occupants were taken into custody after drugs and AR pistol with a 100-round drum magazine and an additional firearm were located. We get a lot that these are just teenagers blowing off steam. Based upon our experiences, past events, we've had robberies of innocent motorists who just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, including an Uber driver who was robbed at gunpoint at a similar event a couple months ago. These are not teenagers blowing off steam. These are criminals engaged in riotous and criminal behavior. It's interesting, and we know based upon intelligence that this is kind of a event that travels up and down the Central Valley. If you notice the individuals that we arrested, a lot of them are not from here. It's no secret to us that people from Bakersfield will go to Fresno and participate in sideshows all the way up to the Bay Area and back down. So it's something that we're still actively investigating, the participants, and so we'll continue and expect to continue to make arrests associated with the event.
Yeah, you answered most of all of the questions. Yeah, I was going to ask about the high-speed chase and the nature of the individuals. A lot of them are, as you mentioned, they are young, 19, 18, up to 25, and they are from Fresno, Clovis, Bakersfield, and obviously in Wasco too. So as far as dealing with individuals at that age, repercussions are the same, correct? Nothing changes. Is there a difference in how BPD approaches individuals who, again, as one of them being just 18, may not understand the repercussions of what they're doing?
I can't speak to each individual's perception or understanding of the gravity of the situation. I like to think at 18, I understood the difference between right and wrong. I believe I understood it a lot earlier than that. At 18, I was in the United States Marine Corps, and I knew that traveling around, running from the police at 100 miles an hour with drugs and an AR-15 was a bad idea. So I don't buy the 18 and doesn't understand the danger of what they're doing. They may not care what they're doing, but the eyes of the law, that is an adult.
Yeah. And so the only other questions that I had, other ending questions, is there an estimate? Do we know if there's an estimate of damages caused by the specific takeover?
No, and things like that are still definitely, sorry, I accidentally hit the little stand. Things like that are still being processed. And so we don't have an accurate tally yet. It did eat up a significant amount of police resources, right? Because we're not drawing from an infinite pool. So it absolutely affects our ability to then respond to 911 calls that are happening simultaneously. Crime doesn't stop in the city of Bakersfield just because there's a bunch of late teens that decide to do burnouts in the middle of the intersection. We still have shootings, we still have child molestations occurring, still have domestic violence. So it's a balancing act between then maintaining resources for officers to be able to respond to those life and death emergencies, and then also go out and rightfully so attempt to disrupt these events that are victimizing our community members.
Yeah. So, and then you also mentioned the public. So as far as, do we know if anybody was physically harmed, if they were transported to, again, medical services?
I don't have that information. We were contacted and did take assault reports of individuals being battered, as well as vehicle damage to people that were just trying to go from point A to point B. As far as major hospitalizations, I'm unaware of any, but that doesn't mean that these types of events, we've had a homicide not that long ago that is associated with the same type of activity. It wasn't a takeover, but they were doing sideshow events, and I know that the street racers get upset when you call these types of events street racing, but I will say that ultimately they're not driving from point A to point B of the takeover locations, obeying all the traffic laws. They're absolutely racing, engaging in speed contests. So ultimately, the same type of behavior is displayed.
Got it. And then last two questions. So as far as what the public can expect, what are some ways for them to, not get dragged into this? We had some video and it seemed like some people were trying to leave the situation, but were almost like stuck in it. How can the public avoid that? And what should they do if they hear about a potential scheduling of one of these street takeovers, street racing, whatever you want to call them? Yeah.
Well, if they hear about it, to also let us know. We have intelligence apparatuses in place to try to monitor and know when these types of events happen. The reality is it's a cat and mouse game. We're not always going to know, just like this weekend, when these types of events occur. It depends on, mainly it's organized through social media. They know that we know, and so it's a game of trying to figure out when and where. But if the public has information regarding these types of events and when they're going to occur, particularly these large scale events, absolutely let us know so we can then bring the proper resources to bear to disrupt them. As far as what to do when you're trapped in one, it depends entirely on the situation and various people's comfort level dealing with those types of situations. So there's no recipe for do A and B happens, because by their very nature, these are criminal acts conducted by individuals of varying motivations and varying levels of aggression. I'm not saying everybody that's taking place is a terrible person, but there is definitely a criminal atmosphere and assaultive behavior that is associated with these types of events.
And then my last question, as far as the legislation that was put into place, I know it's only been this year, so there may not be a ton of data, but where is the update as far as, so it was obviously Assembly Member Fong. Do we know if there's any, again, mitigative efforts or new strategies that have come because of that legislation put in place?
You'll have to reach out to Assemblyman Fong regarding the exact, but that has not been ratified, is my understanding. That has not gone into effect. I don't believe it goes into effect until 2024. So that legislation, I don't believe is enforceable at this time, but I could be wrong.